A little while back I built a token vault which accepted USDC stablecoin deposits, then it would invest that into Blend Protocol's Yieldbox pool, and it would also compound the rewards back to USDC. Now I think the best way to package this to consumers would be a yield bearing stablecoin, a rebasing token where you can just swap USDC for RUSD and hold that in your wallet. You don't need to stake it or do anything else, and you can watch the balance increase as the yield accrues. The first step in making this work would be to create a rebasing token on Stellar. So let's get started. I'm going to demo this first and then we'll get stuck into the code. So let's go ahead and connect wallet. I'm using Crytek's Stellar Wallet Kit V2 here. So I have a USDC balance of $1.97. I don't have any RUSD yet, and the underlying contract, the RUSD token contract, doesn't hold any USDC yet. The exchange rate is set to 1-to-1. That's hard-coded into the contract. If you do need some testnet tokens, you can simply go to the USDC faucet and scroll down to Stellar Testnet, just type in your wallet address, and they'll send you one USDC to play with. So let's go ahead and mint some tokens. I'm going to mint 10 cents worth of tokens here. I need to approve spend on a USDC token first because I need the RUSD token contract to be able to take them tokens to mint RUSD. And there we go, we've got an RUSD balance of 0.1, USDC balance has gone down by 10 cents, and the underlying tokens in the contract is 0.1. So the USDC actually lives in the token contract itself, that's held there. The next step would actually be to integrate this with the token vault so that USDC is sent off to Blend Protocol. I'm going to do this with a second account as well. So let's connect a second wallet. I'm using a different browser here just to make it simple. And again, I've got one USDC, so I'm going to mint 0.2. So essentially user 2 is going to own twice as much of the underlying collateral within this contract as user 1. Right now, that is the same as they've deposited. So user 2 has 0.2 US dollars or 20 cents, and user 1 has 0.1 or 10 cents. Now what happens if we send the contract address an extra 30 cents? Let's go ahead and try it. So I'm going to send this from this account. To make it look more like yield, I'll send 0.03. And then recipient, I'm actually going to enter the contract address, which is holding this. So this is the RUSD token address. Let's send 0.03. That's sent. Now, if we refresh the page, you can see that the token balances have increased. User 1's token balance has increased to 0.11 as that simulated yield has come in. And user 2's token balance has increased to 0.22. The underlying collateral has increased to 0.33, and that 3 cents of collateral has been equally divided by the users in a fair way. Now, what gives this a superior user experience, in my opinion, is you don't even need to use this platform. You can just hold the funds in your wallet. If we go to manage assets, we can add an asset. RUSD, let's go ahead and add that. You can see we've got 0.22 in our wallet. Let's send some more across from this other account. I'm going to send this to the contract address again. And you can see that that balance is automatically increased. We don't need to be using this website. We can just hold the funds in our wallet, and we can swap them to USDC either using the platform, using Mint and Burn, or just via a decentralized exchange. Now let's dive into the code. So everything you've seen here is on GitHub, it's open source, and the links are in the description. If you go into contracts, source, lib.rs, I'll open this up in a text editor so you can see it a little bit better. So we're importing the Soroban SDK. I'm also using the OpenZeppelin token library here. We've got some custom errors and whatnot. And then if we scroll down, we've got these total supply and balance. We're actually overwriting the standard kind of balance functions within the token library contract. So this is done on a share system. We're reading the total shares. We're then calculating the underlying collateral, the USDC within the contract. and then working out a given user's share of that balance. So if the total balance within the contract is $100 and we own 20% of that, our live real-time balance is $20. Now we also have to overwrite the transfer and transfer from functions so that the shares is updated as well when a user transfers funds. Once we get to our USD token implementation, we've got an initialize function which sets the standard metadata, and we've got mint and burn functions. Now, the mint function allows you to transfer from USDC and mint the RUSD token. Now, this is always done on a one-to-one, so the RUSD token is always worth 1 USDC. It's hard-coded and pegged to that. This provides stability, assuming that USDC is always pegged to the US dollar. The burn function is just the opposite. We send back the RUSD token and it releases USDC from the contract back to our address. Finally, we have some helper functions to do the maths to write and calculate the shares for each client. To test and deploy this, we can come out of the front end and we can move into contracts and run cargo test. From there, we have a deployment script available, which will go through, build out the contracts and deploy them to the Stellar testnet. So here we have a newly deployed contract address, and this will also update the front end with the new contract address as well in this .env file. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to learn more about rebasing tokens on Stellar, then there's a full tutorial linked to in the description, along with additional resources for developers building on Stellar. Thank you for watching.